Long, strong, and built to last. Indeed. Welcome back to Out of War. We're actually going to buy some equipment today. We're down here at Iron Johnson Equipment, and we're going to buy ourselves a wheel loader. As you can see from the money total in the upper right, I've been busy making steel, mostly steel sheets and selling that, but I did a little bit of pay dirt as well to get some gold and diamonds and rubies. But yeah, anyway, I was just looking around to see if this actually had a like a sign. It has a big billboard. It doesn't actually have a sign on the building. But I think around back, somewhere around here, there's a shop. I thought. Where is the shop? Did I go right past it? Oh, it's on the one side I haven't checked. Nope. Alright, I'm blind. Where is it? I walked right past it. Oh boy. It's been one of those weeks at work. Brain is completely toast. Alright, so since I last recorded, they've patched out the prices, so the prices are all different now. Good news for us, the loader is a lot cheaper. It's only $44,850. It was like 53 something, I think. 52 something, somewhere around in there. So I could go ahead and get the bigger one, but I think we're going to do this, and that'll leave us a little bit of wiggle room for some other like conveyors and stuff. So let's buy one of those. So it is 8.5 yards and 260 horsepower. So we're going to buy one of those. And does this actually... Yeah, this stuff all sells. Basically, it's the same price, whether you're doing general store or whatever. It's still 95 bucks, so this stuff has just been selling. But we're going to be making things out of the iron. We'll probably make steel out of that, and then we'll make stuff out of the steel as well. But with the loader, we should be able to really escalate, you know, how we're bringing in money. So I could cheat. Yeah, let's cheat. So I'm going to go back to my truck through the magic of fast travel. And we're gonna get the loader in here, but also I'm going to redo the plant just a bit. Actually, I need to move the truck as well. So let's just get the truck over here out of the way for now. That'll work. And then let's get the loader. I need to get a paint. I should have bought that. Yeah, it's 70 bucks. Whatever. Hey, we have our first loader, and it's adorable. I mean, it's a pretty good sized loader, but compared to the other stuff in the game, it's kind of tiny. This has two yellows, actually. Let's see which one is which. Oh, we got the wheel rims as well. Why want those fedora orange? I might make those like silver or something. Can we get a silver? Nope. Gray. Gray. There it is. Let's get a light gray. I think that would look interesting as the wheel rims. Possibly. We'll try that. And if I don't like it, I can always redo it. So let's get rid of these guys. Now, do I still have the muscle memory? Oh yeah, got a little bit of it there. We're on simple auto, so that will work. Got about, what, 2/3 of a tank of gas. Nice. So, I'm going to start by digging like here, and then I want to just kind of turn around and plop stuff here. So I'm going to redo this layout a little bit. I'm going to leave the power plant where it's at because we would lose all this coal. I don't know of any way to get that back out. So we're going to leave the power plant there. That's fine. Let's go ahead and see. We're done with this guy. Done with that stuff. Should be done with this. Let's grab that out of there just in case it doesn't give it back to us. That is empty. Get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of that. Probably just go ahead and get rid of... yeah, let's put all of our production stuff somewhere else. All right, so there we have power, and I kind of want to go that direction, I think. So we knock some of this down. I know I have the wheel loader now, but it's probably just as easy and fast to do this little bit by hand. All right, first thing I want to get is my hoppers. Let's get that. Do that. No, I think I want that over a little bit. So we want to go to grid build. Yeah, let's move that over. Something like that, perhaps. Then we have room to rock up here and dump into that. We have our inputs. Have our power connection nice and short. These bushes. If you watch, what was it? Would have been Series 4, I think, was the Scandinavia. I hate those bushes. Alright, so if I just slap this on here now. Yeah, it's kind of a mess. So we need to get probably a trommel and some other stuff set up. Do I have enough money for that? Possibly. I got tired of driving back and forth. So I'm going to go there. I want to be abusing this feature a little bit. I already paid my dues driving back and forth, so whatever. Factory conveyors. No, production. So if we go to trommel, that's 17, and this is the one. Is there more than one of these? Eventually we'll probably have a big old plant, depending on what all we're doing. Is it the shaker screen that separates out the coal? Sort of. I think there's an actual coal screen, isn't there? Yeah, there's an actual coal screen. So it'd be kind of nice to have one of those just to pull off the coal, but for now I think we can pretty much just dump everything into a storage. I'd like to get a trommel eventually. That's 17, so that's only going to leave us with less than 20 grand. What is a storage? Let's yeah, let's get one of those. That only leaves me with 17. All right. I think we could make this work for now. Do I want a little bit of an up or possibly a straight? Would work for now. That would be 48. I think it's cheaper to get 2 4s. Right? Oops, no, not 20. Yeah, it's cheaper to get 2 4s. Fun. It's even cheaper to get 4 of these. No, it's more expensive to get 4 of those. Okay, so the numbers are all weird, but that's okay. Let's grab just one of these. For now, that leaves us with a little bit of money. And Scotty's going to beam me back up here. So what if I throw a straight on here? Like that, and then we get our sluice box going. You under there like that. Not needed, simply cosmetic. Makes me feel better. Then once we slap our sluice box on here, like so. All right, the light's getting a little annoying now. Again, none of this really matters, but I just want to make it a little cleaner this time, since we're going to be running a lot of material through here. Oops. I placed it, now I'm inside. Okay, fun. Let's try that again. Yeah, I think that's good enough for now, and then we can just slap the storage on the end of that. Get rid of the annoying bushes. And for looks, we'll slap some cribbing down. Make it look somewhat like it's sort of supported. And then now this has a pass-through, but I don't know for sure how that works. If pass-through is on, does it literally not process anything? I'm not sure. Let's put some material in, and we'll kind of find out what's up. I'm a little rusty on out of ore. I don't remember for sure how that stuff works. Alrighty. Exciting times. So we're getting ready to move our first little bit of material here. I know they've changed this, so we'll see. How does this work now? I'm not going to be able to overload the bucket like I used to. And that's okay. It was a little bit ridiculous. I feel like my mouse isn't as sensitive as it used to be. Need to fill in that hole at some point. Interesting. It really slows down once you're biting in. I kind of like that. It kind of makes sense. Yeah, that's not too bad so far. I'm digging it. Now they may have patched it. I know I had some comments that they had, the wheel loaders were all broken, but I think that's kind of been patched since then. So I'm only experiencing it, at this point in time here on July 2nd. That's when I'm recording this. This probably won't be out until, it'll probably be a Tuesday release. So if you're in the US, hope you had a happy and safe Independence Day. Yeah, that's working out pretty nice. I like it. It's got about 1,000 there. I don't know how long it takes to process that. Let's turn this on for a bit. Okay, we got green lights all around. It's mostly just dirt at the moment, so in theory that's going into storage. Need to get into some of this pay dirt. think that's mostly dirt. So let's see if we can fill in this hole. How does the hole filling mechanics work these days? Okay. Filled it in a little bit. It used to make like giant piles of dirt when you do that, so I think that's improved, perhaps. I cut in a little bit there, didn't I? It's alright, we can always smack it with a shovel. We'll gradually get that filled in. Alright, let's try to get a big old scoop of pay dirt from back in here. A little trouble with traction. We had some overload, but it spilled out, which is fine. Now, if you're new here to my out of ore stuff, I'm using just mouse and keyboard. I have a lot of muscle memory from Farm Sim 17 and 19, running front loaders and log loaders, that kind of stuff. So I've set up my controls to pretty much mimic those, and it works well for me. It may not be for everybody, but it works well for me. Might have to get some boom boom. Do some boom boom on this roof. You can see I made a few little prospecting holes around here. There is a lot of coal. And I know there's a lot of coal underneath me as well. Saw that. For now, this is going to be our platform here at this level. Alright, let's get another scoop of dirt, fill in that hole. Got a little bit of coal there, but that's alright. We'll get this hole filled in. Like it never even happened. Now there's still a little bit of a divot there. Actually cleared out quite a bit with the pickaxe, didn't I? Okay, this is a decent amount of dirt, so let's see if we can... A little more right there. Hopefully we can level that out with a shovel. Alright, I know we haven't done a ton, but... Let's do some shovel work and we'll check on how the plant is actually working. We've pulled everything out of there, so let's shut this down. I don't know how much coal we'd lose just letting it run. But, we do have stuff in here. That's good. Did it pass anything through to here? Oh, it did. Okay, so you don't have to have pass through on. I bet pass through means it just passes literally everything in, literally everything through. If I turn that on, it doesn't take any of that. All right, well, we can grab that. That'll work. we will get that chugging along at some point. And then I did get a little bit of coal in here. Very cool. And then we got a ton of dirt, which we can just sell. Probably get a sell point eventually where we're filtering out the dirt and just automatically selling it. I got big plans. I just need to make some money first. It's not my first out-of-war rodeo. There we go. Let's start running some pay dirt through here. We're blowing through the fuel pretty quick. So I'm going to have to buy a fuel point. I don't know how much those are. Whee! Isn't sure how that works anymore. I used to be able to, yeah, you can kind of do that. Get a scoop to break off. I need to get a nice thumbnail, don't I? There we go. That might work. Or we could get it with some actual sunlight on the machine. We'll get some options. If you didn't know, F3 will toggle through your HUD options, like it says up there at the top. You can have a background on it, you can have white HUD, or you can have no HUD. Alright, I'm going to get a little more pay dirt, and then I'm going to set up my processing area somewhere. Turn you off. And sprinkle a little bit of this. There we go. Then until we can afford a roller, we can just do the old shovel smack. Kind of get some of these rough edges smoothed out. Make it a little easier to get back in here. We got a whole bunch of coal to get to eventually. So let's turn this guy back on. It must really suck if you have to turn off power on a big plant, because then you have to go run around to turn everything back on. There we go. Not too bad. So, where do I want my processing to be? I could stick it back here. Did I ever get any... I got a little bit of wood floor. Not much. I need to buy some more stuff. Let's do the... So we got the steel roller, wash plant, ore smelter, and the workbench. So can we get the ore smelter on here? Kind of a weird snap, but okay. I want to get my steel rocking, so we'll do all the steel we can. Maybe I should have just done free build. Oh, free build is... A mouse wheel. I knew there was a way to do it. I couldn't remember how. We're eventually going to have more wood floors, so I'm going to stick that right there. And it's kind of hovering, isn't it? It's going to bother me. Wish you could just snap to the surface. We'll just eyeball it. We can get fairly close. And it's kind of ugly, isn't it? It's kind of clipping into everything. Yeah, I don't like it. Alright, let's get rid of you. How's this guy do? Does it snap? He kind of snaps. He wants to snap to like the middle, though. I don't know what that's all about. So we'll go back to free build and we'll stick this guy on here. So sensitive. And it's clipping into that. Oh boy. Alright, we're done with that, so let's turn that off. Quit wasting fuel. Oh well. We want to do steel sheet, but that takes coal, so we got to get some more coal in our lives. I don't know that I pulled in much coal, but let's check. Nope. Just dirt. Lots of dirt. We'll have to get some more coal going. Then we can do that. Yeah, I'll have to redo the building part at some point. But for now, we can plop this down. I have to move the mouse so much. Do right up there for now. Get those chugging through. All right, back in the loader. Yeah, I will say the bucket doesn't really cut in very well. Still some work could be done there. I think it's better. As in a little more realistic, but you really got to kind of find the right angles and stuff before it will actually cut into the terrain. Autosave. Terraforming locked. Roger that. Still saving. Oh, there we are. We are done saving. And I'm getting distracted by my work laptop. Trying to record on a lunch break, you know how it goes. There we go. Getting into some good coal now. Which we need to make steel and steel sheet. Right now, steel sheet is the best thing I can make, other than, I think, rubber. So we'll need the coal for both steel sheets, and then you can add the silicon and coal to make rubber, I believe. Made a little bit of that. It's fairly profitable. I've actually got a little sheet I put together. So let me put a break here. Let me show that. Yeah, there we go. There's a screenshot I made. So I just did a Google Sheets and was looking through at the profit stuff. So Steel sheet, I can make an extra $5 basically. Rubber, I can make an extra $64. So nice and profitable. That works out pretty well. Back to your regularly scheduled digging. I like this loader. It works pretty well, even though it's the tiniest one. It's a good way to start on hardcore. Oh, didn't quite get her all out. You shake the bucket a little bit. There we go. Fuel low. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that, aren't we? Start cutting into my profits buying fuel. The thing with the pickaxe, it doesn't burn much fuel. Alright, let's run that through. At least they're close together here. I can just turn it on real quick. And then if we look at the general store, it's $25.35. I'm betting if I ran down to town, it would be cheaper. So I'll actually drive down to town. And we'll see how much that is at the old store. Sometimes I teleport, sometimes I drive. I did a lot of driving at the start. I even had to refuel the truck. Oh no, it was the other place that had the equipment, right? Plus the truck sound is really bad. It's like just the same sound. Oh no, they don't have... No, they do. 1950. Done. Saved what, $600? $500 or $600? Driving down here to get it. So now we can just refuel up there at our site. Get our speed up and then don't stop on the hill. See, I cleared out a few trees to make those wooden platforms. So I got a nice number of those now. I'm going to tuck this guy right in here, kind of out of the way. And then, for now at least, I'm going to put the fuel station over here. I don't remember, is it 2 or 3 in the middle here? Oh, it's not as many as I thought. Okay. So we'll do, come on. Yeah, man. There you go. We'll do that, and then it kind of makes it look like it's sitting on something. All right, lots of running around. We'll eventually get more of this automated. And we got some coal. Look at that. I need to sell some dirt. Let's go ahead and drop these guys in the old sluice box. I do have silicon. That's almost done, so we can do silicon. And we'll do some gold. And yeah, we don't have the silicon yet for the rubber. Never did put this down, did I? Snap build, let's just set you right here. That works for now. Throw that stuff in there. That takes beams and planks. I got some planks. I got to get more trees to get some beams eventually. All right, I got some coal, so we can queue up some steel sheets again. Get rid of all that steel. Grab that steel. Say, make me even more steel sheets. Beautiful. And then we still got coal left over to use with the silicon that we'll eventually get. We got 4,400 dirt. What's fun is if you sell a dirt, it says $1. I don't know. Does it actually? It actually does give me $1. But if you sell it in bulk, you don't get $1 a piece. So I guess if you wanted to sit here and do this, you can make a lot more money. It's probably a way to cheese that, but I'm just going to sell it all at once. There we go. Excellent. All right, well, we're going to let that process, and we'll have a little more money to work with. We're going to just keep building out the plant and running material, but we'll do that in the next episode. I'll try to work up a little bit of money so we can definitely expand the plant next episode and get some more stuff rocking through here. But that'll do it for this one. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.